Hi friends and new friends, Kimchi Chris here, and welcome to today's episode of Anime Was a Mistake, where we are going to be discussing a current event. You know what that current event is. I'm not even going to say it, but the end of the story is that a bunch of anime conventions are canceled for 2020, possibly the entire year at this point. If you look at some of the reports from Live Nation, Ticketmaster, some of these big, ticketing companies that really deal with this stuff on a daily basis, a lot of them are predicting we won't see gatherings of large people until sometime in 2021. Some are even saying fall 2021. And as heartbreaking as that is to hear, nobody could have predicted this. Nobody could have predicted that we might be without anime cons, live music events, festivals, all kinds of stuff for the better part of a year to a year and a half. But with that being said, there are ways for you to support your local anime convention and help them in this trying time. And I think that's really important for a lot of people to just know that there are ways to help them out, because I've seen some people out there saying some really hateful things about these conventions, blaming it on the organizers and things of that nature. But guess what? A lot of places can't have anime conventions. I mean, nowhere can have anime conventions right now. We don't know when this is going to return. So supporting these conventions and the people that run the conventions, the people that appear at the conventions, the people that make their money with this convention scene is very important right now. If you have the means to do it, it's a very good thing to do. Now, I could summarize this entire thing by saying just give them money, just throw money at them, throw money at everybody involved in the convention industry, but I know that's not realistic for everyone. So I thought it might be a better idea to kind of go into a direction of other ways you can support these conventions, these events, these people involved with them. There's alternate ways, and let's just jump right into it. So I'm gonna break this down into three categories of groups of people that are important to make conventions run. Basically, first up, you have the convention organizers, the ones that put the whole thing on and get it going for everybody. After that, you have the VIP guests, so your voice actors, your artists, your bands, your cosplayers, things of that nature. And then at number three, you have the dealers and artist alley people, all the people that you give all your money to. So all of these are important to make a convention run, and you have to support them during these times in different ways, depending on, which one they are. So let's start with the convention organizers, the ones that spend days, weeks, months, years of their life working on this event just so you have a great 3 days to go show off your amazing cosplay. So obviously there are some huge events that make a lot of money. There's some for-profit events as well that are pretty much just glorified dealers rooms with, a bunch of autographs and things of that nature. But on the other hand, a lot of these events that are on the smaller scale, even to the mid-size scale, they do good to break even or even just make a little bit of money. So losing a year can really hurt them in the scheme of things. Now, luckily with everything that's going on, the hotels, convention centers, insurance companies, banks, anyone that's helping these conventions out might have a different way that they're handling everything, and that really works out well. But there are ways that you can help support these conventions. A lot of them are canceling and giving the option to transfer your ticket to the 2021 convention. That's a wonderful way to support them. If it's not gonna hurt you financially and you've already purchased your ticket, just let them hold on to the money if you know that you're gonna go next year. Some of them are even adding in perks if you let them hold on to your ticket, because that's letting them hold on to your money to make the convention better. Some of them are giving VIP treatment or an extra day of fun. I know that the Anime Blues convention in Memphis is doing this, for example. So let them hold on to your money if it's not gonna hurt you. And also on that front, a lot of them already have merch pressed up for these events that aren't even gonna happen. And a lot of them are throwing it up on their websites. I know MomoCon is doing this, for example. Don't you want a shirt for the convention that never happened? Sounds kind of weird, but it might be kind of cool as well, because some of these might go on to be really cool, sought after collector's items, and you're an anime fan, you like collecting junk. And some of these conventions straight up have ways for you to donate money to them if you think it's a good cause and it's not going to hurt you financially. So that's a way to do it as well. If you don't see something like that on their website or Facebook or whatnot, send them a quick message. I'm sure they would love your money because they're hurting right now. But at the same time, don't do anything that's going to hurt you financially. That's kind of the theme of this video. Support these conventions and people related to them as much as you can, but you gotta remember to support yourself, because a lot of people are out of work, a lot of people are having hard times themselves, and you don't want to put yourself in the poorhouse for anime. I mean, a lot of people have, because we've all seen the collections people have of anime, but it's not a good time to do that. Hold on to the money that you need, but if you have some extra money, support some people that help give you a good time every year. So let's say that you don't have money to give to these anime conventions. There's still ways to support them. You can share their posts around on Instagram, Facebook, let people know that you can transfer the ticket to next year, things of that nature. Let people know that, they're posting, pictures from their old events, something like that. Let people know that the convention exists, help them out in that way. A lot of them are doing virtual events where they're streaming stuff on Twitch or YouTube and whatnot. Tune in for that. That can really help. Outside of it being entertaining for you, some of these events might get some money from that. If they're at the status of affiliate on Twitch, they might get some money out of it. If they're at the point on YouTube of making money with streams and videos, they might get some money out of it. So just tuning into these virtual events and these streams can really help these events out. And again, sharing those around all over the place, be it Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all over the place. Just throw them all out there and let people know that these conventions are still trying to help things out and still trying to help their scene and build their culture even in these trying times. And of course, a third way you can help these conventions out once it becomes safe to leave your house and be around people again is volunteer for the conventions when they are happening or getting close to happening. I'm sure a lot of these conventions are going to lose a lot of volunteers. It's going to be a really messy situation. A lot of them really, their bread and butter is in the volunteer staff because again, a lot of them don't make a lot of money or they make, no money in some situations. So supporting them with your time and energy can still be a huge help for the convention. Some of them, even if you don't want to help during the convention, might need some help, building up to the convention and could use it there as well. So reach out and see what you can do. And, I can tell you working on conventions can be actually really fun if you've never done it. So that's a good way to get involved and really support them during these hard times. I need to find new words to say trying and hard and sad and depressed. So I'm saying them all, but you get the point. You get the point. So now you're saying, Kimchi, I've helped out the convention, but I got money to blow. I got more energy. I got more time. What's next on the list? Well, the second group of people that you need to try to help out and support during this trying time would be all the guests of the convention, the VIP guests, the special guests, the whatever they want to call them. You know the people I'm talking about, the voice actors, the artists, the content creators, the big time cosplayers, the bands that play there. All kinds of people are getting affected by this because a lot of these guests make a lot of money at these things, or at the very least promote their products quite a bit at these things. I can speak from experience of being a guest at several conventions from my band, playing them tons of times through the years, both my old band and my current one. And even when we didn't make a ton of money at them, we still did pretty good on promoting the band, getting the name out there, and really bringing some fans into the bands because, the fans you make at anime conventions really do carry through and they follow you for a long time. So even when money isn't made, it's really helpful, and to have that all taken away is just, it's quite the blow to some of these, especially on the smaller level, but even on the bigger level, it's the same thing. Some of these big guests can make a really good amount of their money for the year at these conventions, and while I don't know every technicality on that, I mean, I've seen what these people charge sometimes, I've seen what they charge for autographs, what they sell merch for, things of that nature, and there's a lot of money lost. So when that happens, a lot of these people are essentially self-employed, and that's not a good thing because they don't know when they're going to be able to make money again. And the funny thing about that is when conventions start back, I feel really bad for the guests that are more at my level because we're going to be the ones that are going to be having a harder time getting booked because all the big ones are going to need work as well, and that's what's going to draw the kids into the shows. So you can support all of these guests in your own way, shape, and form now. Kind of the same way that you would support the convention. Basically, find the guest's website, go to their website, see if they're selling merch, buy something from them, see if they have an account set up on Cameo for them to send you a personal message, get that from them. Maybe go to their Instagram and see if they sell things directly on there. And kind of like the convention one, if you can't support them directly with money, you can just share these things around. A lot of these guests are doing live streams right now, which again, especially with Twitch, if you're at that affiliate status, that's money, man. So you can really help a lot of these people out without putting a lot of money into it, just putting some of your time into it. And we all got a lot of time right now, a whole lot of time. So spend it with some of your favorite anime convention guests. And that brings us to the grand finale, the third group of people that you should try to support during this time, and that would be the dealers as well as the artist alley people, because this is the group that out of all of these probably depends on these more than anything, because most dealers in particular at these cons, it's their full-time job. Some of them come to the cons because they have a comic store and they come to the local cons and some in the area and sell their stuff. Guess what? They can't open their comic store right now. On the other hand, you have some that this is their only means for money. They go to a con every weekend or every other weekend, or they're out on the road, 10 months out of the year or something like that, and guess what? They can't make any money right now. Now, some of these dealers have websites, so you can go buy their merch directly from them there. Some of them are selling it on eBay, some are going through the Facebook and Instagram route. Otaku Joe's, for example, is selling all of his stuff through Facebook right now, and he's an incredible dealer that concentrates on vintage and old school stuff, so go check him out for sure if you're into the older stuff, which I think a lot of people on this channel are. And on the other hand, you could just share these things around. Again, if you don't have the money to support these dealers right now, just share their post around and maybe you'll find someone out there that does have the money to support them. And even though the dealers are important, you can't forget about the artist alley people, now can you? Now, a lot of these people do it as a side hustle, but some of them do it as a full-time job as well, so you really got to remember that. Now, luckily, a lot of the artist alley people are very easy to find. find online. A lot of them sell through Etsy. A lot of them, again, sell through directly their website. A lot of them go the Instagram route. So find the artists that you enjoy most and throw some money at them. The Artist Alley stuff is easy to support because a lot of these artists don't sell their stuff for a lot of money. And, you know, a lot of them, since they're selling it directly to you, they keep their shipping costs down and the turnaround time is quick. And some of them can even do commissions. You want some art of yourself since you're bored in quarantine, ask them to draw you. They might just do it for you. And kind of going full circle here, a lot of the conventions are trying to support a lot of these artists and dealers by doing like virtual dealer rooms and virtual Artist Alley things through their streams and through their Facebook and stuff. So again, if you're following your favorite convention, your favorite artist, your favorite guest, whatever it is, there's probably ways to support them if you just investigate just a little bit. So I could probably go on for another hour with ways to support this scene and the people involved with it and all the people that are really, you know, hurting right now, but I'm gonna end it right here because I don't want to keep you all day. So with that being said, in the comments below, let me know what you are doing to support this scene. Are you doing some of the methods I've talked about? Do you have some different suggestions? Let me know below because you're supporting this scene even a little bit by watching this video because I'm part of the scene and so are you. So let me know all that in the comments below. If you have an artist or a dealer or a guest or something like that that you really want to share their content and ways to get directly in touch with them, leave that below as well because I would love for the thread below to kind of turn into a way for everybody to kind of help everybody out. And speaking of helping people out, if you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button and hit the little alarm so you actually get the updates. We're always putting out new content on this channel about anime, about conventions as much as we can during this current time, about nerd stuff, all kinds of stuff. So I would love your support subscribing to this channel. And if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Again, my name is Kimchi Chris. This has been Anime Was a Mistake. And you know, as they say, bye!